so to illustrate this example, I'm going to be using a screen GUI. I'm going to be making a simple time incrementer program. And you can basically use this like spam detector script and basically like any like script that uses events. I'm just using an increment time script to show you like what it applies to and how it works. So to make that increment time script, I'm going to add a screen GUI with a local script, a text button, and a text label. So this text button will go here, the button will go here, and the text will go at the bottom of the button. Basically what the text will say is like, please do not spam. This part is completely optional, but I like to put it in. And I'm gonna make that red. And the transparency, the background transparency will be 1. That's what I want it to be. And the text button will say increment time. Okay, so first I'm gonna add a variable that points to my text button right here. Next line will be my text label, and this text label basically when you spam it just like pops up and says please do not spam. So I'm going to set this over to my text label. And I'm also going to add a tween service variable, so let me just get this real quick. Alright, so we have the tween service, the spam text, and the button. Okay, so now I'm going to like add another variable called tick, and I'm just going to set this to 0 for now. And also I'm going to add another variable called minsex, and that will be set to like the minimum number of seconds in between events. So if you click a button once and then you click again and like the time difference between those two is less than the minimum number of seconds, then the program will detect it as spam. So I will set this to something like, I can set this to 10, so like you can only run the event every 10 seconds. So basically what this tick variable will do is it just keeps track of the latest like event time. So if I click, it'll set it to like the current time, and we can do some if statements to check if the time difference is less than milliseconds. Alright, so now I'm going to bind my mouse click on the button to a function. Now you can bind this to any event as long as you have these two variables here and tween service. You only need the tween service and this text label variable if you're planning to do something like this please do not spam message. You don't really need it. It's just these two variables that you really need. So in here, you're going to make an if statement, and the if statement will go as follows: if not os.clock minus the tick is less than min seconds. So basically, this if statement checks if the current time subtracted by the last like event time is less than the minimum seconds. When you start the script, the tick will always be 0, so the first click will always register as not spam. So basically, after this if statement, you can put an else statement, and this else will fire like if it detects a spam. And at the end, you're going to want to make sure that you set the tick to the os.clock to make sure you update the times every time you like run the event. So here, for my time increment script, inside this if statement, I'm just going to set the clock time to one higher value, which means every time you click the button, the hour value goes up by 1, so it goes from like 9 to 10 to 11, etc. And in the else statement, I'm going to add this code, which basically, if you can't tell what it does, basically it sets the text transparency to 0, and then like it keeps the message on for 2 seconds and it fades out again using tween service. And oh yeah, just to make sure, you have to set the text transparency of the text label to 1 to make sure you don't see it on startup. So basically what this code does is when you click the button, first it checks if the time difference between the last time you clicked and this time you clicked is greater than the minimum number of seconds to be considered spam. If it's greater than that, then that means it's not spam. Else, it'll display this message and it won't do anything. So that's a simple spam detection script. I'm just going to test it out real quick. So basically, when I press this, you can see that the time increments by 1. And if I press within a 10-second difference, and it'll pop up this please do not spam message. So of course you can extend this a lot. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys. By the way, code is available in the description. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye guys.